Sometimes winning's losing fast and moving past who is right and who is wrong. And sometimes leaving's all I've got.
Hey guys, welcome to So Beginnings by Honeybee's Design. I'm your host, Kristen Ford. But if you've been here before, well, you already know that. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope this is content you like. Maybe check out a few of my other videos. If it is content you like, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified of any of the other videos that I make. Okay, so, boy, the introduction's always long, huh? I need to just record it one time. No, that wouldn't be fun. But I feel like I always run myself out of breath. And of course my phone always goes off as soon as I want to record. So let's see who that is. Okay. Yes, I can sew. Laugh out loud. I made a garment travel bag years ago so my shirts wouldn't get wrinkled. Okay, so this is actually one of my YouTube followers and a longtime friend that I went to school with. But, so that's who responded to my YouTube thing. But, anyways, moving on. I love it when my YouTube people contact me. It makes me feel excited. And most of the time, it's usually the only communication I have outside of my family. Because I don't really go a lot of places. I stay home. I'm Honey's wife, and home is just where I love to be and where I belong, so I'm okay with that. But anyways, let's move on. Speaking about being at home, as you all know, there is a craft fair coming up in my county, Morgan County, and it is, I think yesterday she said May 8th. It's the beginning of May. And, guys, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I see all these people and they're cranking out like 10, 20 bags a week, and I'm over here like, crickets. Oh, I hope I can find one of those little cricket sounds on. I'm going to try to enter crickets into this video. That would be too funny. But anyways, okay. Yeah, I'm over here like, crickets. You know, I'm still working on the bag from last week. I'm trying. But it's a slow process when you're trying to learn how to sew. It's like, okay, think about it like this. Have you ever started a new hobby that you've always wanted to do? And you get all excited, and you get everything that you think you need, and a lot of stuff that you didn't really need, but you thought you needed, and then it's time to sit down and master this craft, right? Okay, so that's where I was a couple months ago. Yeah. There is a lot of learning. And it's fun, and it's exciting, but I am definitely not over here cranking out 20 bags a week. I'm not even cranking out one wallet a day. Well, sometimes I can, but I'm learning. So, as y'all know, this, if y'all, so you know what this is. This is a seam ripper. So, I spend more time with this seam ripper, these, which helps to cut threads out of my seams, and this. This is what I spend most of my time with in the sewing room. Yeah, because I'm unstitching stuff, so, but it's a learning curve. I'm trying to figure it out. I hope you guys are trying to figure it out with me, because, yeah. I want to have sewing friends. I want to have people that, I might not come to your house and visit, to be honest, because I don't like to go nowhere. But I like to communicate. I want to know what you're learning, and I want you to know what I'm learning, and then we can learn together. So, anyways, that leads us to what I'm going to do today. Today, I am going to show y'all how to make scrunchies. It's a very easy little project. I'm going to be working over here on the Brother Enovis BQ2450. And all these sewing companies, where did they come up with these numbers and letters? Why can't it just have a name like George? Just George. I mean, you all know it's Willis. I've named him Willis, but... Oh. Okay, now what do I do? Well, we might not be sewing. Oh, Harmony. Okay, there we go. You know you got problems when your machines are smarter than you are, and every machine I have has passed that threshold because I'm just learning. Okay, so anyways, we are going to be working on, I'm going to be showing y'all 2 different ways on how I do scrunchies. Now there are different sizes for scrunchies. If you want the big, fluffy, bulky scrunch, you're going to obviously be using more fabric. This is a scrap buster, but sometimes I don't really consider it that either, because if you're going to make a large scrunchie, you're going to be using a piece of fabric that is about, what is it, 30 inches I think is what I wrote in the book. 30 inches long. So I'm hoping to eventually find a good project that we can do that uses actual scraps, because I'm gathering a lot of them. I need to find something to use all my scraps for. I'm using them for embroidery. If y'all know what applique is, it's where you use little strips of fabric to like fill inside letters on shirts and things like that. So that I can do. But I haven't done a lot of embroidery. I've been doing a lot of sewing, so I'm having a lot of scraps. And I'm thinking about adding some scrunchies and earrings and things like that out of these scraps into these craft shows. If I can... I mean, I've got to have product to sell. I can't show up to a craft show with 8 bags or 8 wallets. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Speaking of that, okay, so we know we're going to do a... What are we doing? Scrunchie. Let me show you the bag that I'm hoping to finish this evening. I have not done a sew along on this. I just figured I'd post the bag when it's done. If it doesn't sell when I post it on Facebook or YouTube, within a day or 2, I take it and move it on over to the website. Anything that doesn't sell online, I'll be taking to these craft shows. But I'm telling you, these people, they have like hundreds of wallets and bags and... Oh, Harmony, I might embarrass myself. Okay. It's Oneida, so I'm going to call them back because I don't know who that is. Okay, so this is the bag, the fabric pattern that I picked out. If y'all remember that pink and brown day trip cell phone wallet that I made, and I didn't really like because it came out kind of wonky. Well, I've been unstitching it for the past couple of weeks, and I just decided that I was going to try and make another one because I love that wallet, or that bag. I love how it fits your cell phone and how it just fits the basic necessities, and so I've been working on that. And this is what it's going. This one's going to have pink inside, and then the other one is going to have gray inside. So that's what I'm working on right now. This is the pink bag strap. I love that too. You see how this little fabric right here, and it has this strip. I just went in and cut that strip right out and added it to this little hand, what is this? Bag handle. Also, this bag is featuring my hardware that I just added to my website. Yeah, I'm learning how to order hardware. I ordered hardware in bulk for myself so that I didn't have to pay retail price. And then it dawned on me, I'm starting a business that's making things, and I'm going to be putting them out for sale. Why not sell my hardware too? I see a lot of other people do that, and it seems to be working out, and then I have hardware to use. So these are the 1-inch rose gold, what do they call these? Lobster clasp swivel hooks. There went my measuring tape. These are the 1-inch rings, all again featuring rose gold. What else? These are the sliders for your zipper tape. And these are the sliders for adjustable strap. But I'm not going to do adjustable straps, so I'll be able to put those up. But anyways, if you want some of that hardware, check out my website, sewbeginningsbyhoneybeesdesign.com. You can order it on there. I think these are, I can't remember what I priced them for, but I hope I priced them at a really good price. I don't know. Just check them out. See what you think. Okay, so that's the bag that I'm working on. The next thing I wanted to talk about is I've been working on this industrial sewing machine for a while. And I've gotten myself adjusted to it. So when I moved back to this sewing machine, I was really discouraged with my stitches. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, this is the pink and brown bag that I told you I was unstitching and making a new one, right? So if you look closely at these stitches, and keep in mind I am this is out of the seam. This is out in the seam, so you wouldn't have seen that, but I am unstitching this. But look at how these stitches look. Okay? And now look at how these stitches look. Please show. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. Oh, there we go. Look at how nice those stitches look. This is what I want to get from this machine. We've talked about the dropping. I want to be able to produce this kind of stitch on this machine. I tried using 2 threads. I changed the needle. I extended the length of my stitches on my machine, and nothing is creating a beautiful stitch work like this. I'm not getting it. And so I was wondering if anybody out there knows how is it my thread? I'm using Aurifil. This is 40 weight. I'm using good thread. My husband did get me a bunch of sewing stuff before he left home. And I have used some of this thread. Y'all have seen my thread wall, so I have used some of that thread. But I know that there's a difference in the quality of thread. I just don't know. Even the good thread, I'm not getting a stitch like this. So I was wondering if anybody else out there knows, is it because it's the difference in the industrial and the domestic, and this is what I'm just going to get from this machine, or is there something else I can do to achieve this look? Okay. Let's get on with our show today. As I said, we're going to be making scrunchies. A couple of things you need. So to make this scrunchie, which is about a medium-sized scrunchie, there's going to be a few things that you need. You're going to need an acrylic ruler for measuring, or a regular measuring tape. I like to use this. You guys will often see these around my neck. I love them. So this is not required. It just makes the job easier. I also like to always have this little small 1x6 inch ruler right beside me. You're going to need a rotary blade, or do they call this a rotary blade? A rotary cutter, or any pair of fabric scissors. You can use either of the two. I like to keep these around for snipping threads. Also, you're going to want to have some either elastic hair ties, or you can use a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch in width piece of elastic. Now this elastic you're going to want to cut down to, the standard size is 8 inches. So all you would do is, and I'll go ahead and unravel, well, I don't have to unravel this. You just pull it out 8 inches, line it up, and cut. And I can show you how to do that towards the end of the video, how we would install this one versus this one. Okay, so another thing I always keep handy, as you guys know, is my famous razor blade seam ripper, because, well, I'm a new sewist, so that's all you gotta say about that. Okay, so I grabbed this piece of fabric from my fabric scraps. This I had used to previously make one of the NCW wallets, and I don't have enough fabric to make another wallet, but I also don't want to waste this. So this is why I'm going to use this. I have taken this to the cutting board. We've cut it 3.5 inches in width and 22 inches in length. want to go ahead, let's take our strip of fabric to the ironing board and press it nice and clean, and we'll be right back to start our hem. Okay, so I've got my piece of fabric nice and pressed. I forgot to mention that you'll want to have some of these regular sewing clips, or even your little, where's my pins? Or even the traditional pins. Nobody shoot me in the foot or unsubscribe from me, but I actually do like using pins from time to time. I know everybody is loving these clips now, but I don't know. Honey taught me with those pins, and I just like using them. Okay, so we're going to start off with doing our scrunchie out of a regular hair tie. This is elasticated, so this is going to work perfect. And the best thing about this is it saves us from having to line up our elastic at the end and trying to sew such a small piece. But you choose your preference. It's all in what you like. Okay, so here is our piece of fabric. We're going to do right sides together. And on this first one, we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to flip it this way. We're going to go ahead and fold it over about 1/2 inch. And if you're close to the ironing board, go ahead and press that down. I am not, so I'm just going to finger press that. And then we're going to do right sides together. So take this side that we just folded over and created a hem, and bring it up to the other side and match them. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put a clip in there, so I'm not worried about this coming undone. And you can fold this over a little bit just to keep it nice and creased. But what we're going to do is we are going to take this ponytail and we are going to insert it into, basically into the fabric. We're just going to put it like that and pull these two pieces together, and we're going to start sewing right here. So go ahead and get a pin or a clip. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. We've got this side hemmed up, and we've got our little ponytail locked inside here. So I am going to go to the sewing machine, and we are going to start right here and sew down. So I will meet you guys at the sewing machine. So here we are at the sewing machine. I've got my clipped end with my ponytail holder up towards the needle. This is where I'm actually going to start. And so I'm going to take and move my ponytail out of the way, move it over to the side to where you just have your two raw edges where they meet right sides together at the corner. I'm hoping I have enough bobbin thread in here. Let me go ahead and I might change my foot while I'm I took my standard foot off and put a different one on, so I'm just going to put the regular foot that comes with my machine back on, because that's the one I'm used to using. And I have to say, guys, it's definitely different coming back over to this machine after being on my industrial for so long. The thread is just so, everything about it is just so different. So you'll probably see me do things that you would typically do on an industrial, but it's just trying to get acclimated to using both machines. Okay, so as I was saying, remove this clip. We've got our ponytail over here out of the way, and all we are doing is making sure that these two pieces of fabric that have met right sides together right here are under our presser foot. And we're going to go ahead and put our needle down. Let's go ahead and use a 1/4 inch seam, or if possible you can do an 1/8 inch seam, and then that way you can ensure that you have more puff in your fabric. Okay, and less of a seam. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to keep moving this ponytail out of the way as I sew. So I've got these two right sides together, moving that ponytail out of the way, and it's going to feel a little different as you're trying to maneuver, but only maneuver about 3 or 4 inches of your fabric at a time. If you go down here and try to work all this and you've only got 4 inches of elastic to work with, well, how are you going to work it all through here? Just focus on this few inches that's underneath your presser foot and making sure to keep this ponytail out of the way so it doesn't get sewn in. Alright, let's go ahead and do a couple stitches forward. What the biscuits? Okay. Oh, we might have to run a new bobbin, guys. What's the bobbin? I'm telling you, this is... Okay. Not only did the bobbin mess up, but also my battery died. These are the batteries I was telling you all about before on Amazon. If you can avoid it, try to, because it's not, definitely, I don't know.
It was always you. Can't help myself. I love you. 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 I love you.
Alright, here we go. And I'm going to do a couple stitches. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, something's wrong. I need to change. Oh, biscuits and gravy. Okay, I'm going to try this thread. It doesn't look like it has as much lint on it. And see if that won't solve my problem. Let's move you guys back so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to rethread this machine.
It was always you.
Okay, I'm going to pull you guys back up. Well, let's do a couple stitches first and see if this is even going to work. If not, I'm half tempted to go to the industrial. But I'm going to have to get reacclimated with this machine because I'm ready to start sewing up some clothes. 1, 2, 3. Back stitch. Ooh, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, alright, I'm going to move you guys forward. Fix my little presser foot. And we can finally get on with this tutorial. Okay, so again, here is our rubber band. I'm doing a couple of stitches at a time, ensuring to keep that rubber band or that ponytail out of the way. And I'm just taking my fabric and pulling it around the ponytail. Few pieces at a time. Just keeping it lined up. And while I'm doing this, I thought it would be a good time to go ahead and answer the question about this. I've had a couple of messages asking about what it is on my finger, what's it about, just some questions, because I have never gotten a tattoo before, and although Honey and I had talked about getting one, he didn't either, just because we do, I don't know, just being chicken and not really ever thinking we were actually going to get one. But shortly after Honey left home, I decided that in honor of him, I wanted to get a little honeybee put on my finger, and it was supposed to just be right here, just a little tiny honeybee and a little tiny sunflower. But when I went to get this done, I had sent him a picture of the sunflower on my first bag, and so he had put this on there. So this right here is actually a honeybee hovering over the sunflower, and I did scratch some ink out of it, so I have to go get it retouched back up. But the reason I got the tattoo is because I became a widow at such a young age. Life kind of scares me. I didn't make the best decisions for a few years in my life, and when I met Honey, he changed my whole life. He gave me the accountability and the security and the acceptance that I needed in life, and empowered me to want to be a better person. And so realizing that the person who gave me the accountability and the strength to better my life and do better for myself, my children, for him, just for everything, was gone. And so it scares me. It scares me that having any life outside of him. And I wanted a constant reminder to make sure that every decision I do, everything I do, he has a hand in it. And so, as y'all know, my logo is that same concept. And so this right here is just a reminder to me that whatever I do, whatever I touch, he's always there. And I want to always make sure that I remember what our plans and our dreams were for our future. And it's just a reminder. It's a little bee hovering over a sunflower, just to help me remember that my main focus in life until I'm back with Honey is to try to make some sense out of what it is we had envisioned for ourselves, and see if there's any way that I can make that come to fruition. And if so, I'll have a constant reminder of his guidance, and no matter what I touch or what I do, I want to make sure that I do it with him in mind, and so that's why I have it. That's what it's there for. I want to honor my husband in all my decisions. I want to always make sure that I'm doing what we had planned for our lives. Okay. Again, I'm just making sure I keep that ponytail out of the way. I'm making sure that these hemmed edges are lined up, and I'm just going to finish off this few stitches. And also, don't forget to do a back stitch. You want to make sure you do a back stitch. Okay, let me lift that up and make sure these are nice and aligned. And back stitch. Okay, cut your threads, and let's pull this off and see what we've got. Okay, so we have our scrunchie here. It has an open end right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this inside out. Now we can do it this way, or I can use this tube turner and see if I can maneuver it. I'm going to try this. This is a tube turner, and it's supposed to help you turn these easily. Like straps, spaghetti straps for shirts, straps for bags, things like that. So I'm going to see if I can... Okay, I might not be able to figure this out. I believe what you're supposed to do is... Come on here, buddy. Well, I can't even get it through there. Hello? Okay, so here we go. I've got it on here. And I'm sure with practice it won't take as long, so don't be discouraged. As y'all know, it's taken me a long time to learn all this stuff. And then you put it on, you take a little piece of the end and you put it in between here and in between here. And then you hold it with your hand just to the edge, and you hold it with your hand, and then you're supposed to slowly just turn it inside right. I think so. Oh, there goes my... I don't know if having this ponytail on here is going to be a... Oh, bam, baby! Okay, this is so much easier. Yes, I like it. I like it. I like it like that. Okay. Now, if you don't care for that seam to be showing on your scrunchie, you can just sew it wrong sides together. But I like to cover that seam and turn it like this. Oh! Boom, guys. Look at this scrunchie. We are in business. Okay. I need to quit being silly. Okay. I guess I can tell you guys what I'm doing, huh? Alright, so do y'all remember this side right here that we hemmed up? Let's do that. Remember that side here that we hemmed up? Alright, I'm straightening that out. And then I'm taking this side that has the raw edges. This side right here that has the raw edges. And I am putting it inside the side that's hemmed. Just like that. I don't want it to be all bulky. I just want it to be thin. Nice and thin. Well, I just ripped open my... Oh no, I unfolded it. I probably should sew that hem next time. That might be a good idea. And another thing, you can make these on the serger. I didn't even think about putting this on the serger. And then it just closes in all them raw edges on your seams. I might try that next time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back to the sewing machine now that I've got my raw edges folded into this hemmed side. And I'm going to sew it. Now I wonder, I don't want to sew the ponytail. So I think what I might do is sew a couple centimeters on this side, and then sew a couple centimeters on this side, because I don't think you're supposed to sew the... Before I've sewn the ponytail, but I remember I didn't like that. So, alright, let me move you guys back over here to my sewing machine. Just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay.
Amira completed her boots and surgery was supposed to fly to America yesterday. I woke up this morning thinking I was going to pick up Amira at the airport.
Okay, there's my ponytail. I can feel it. And I'm just going to do a couple stitches Don't forget to do your back stitching. That locks those stitches in. If you don't back stitch, then you've just got stitches that you can just pull right out. So you make sure to do your... Alright, right before it gets to that ponytail, I'm going to back stitch again. Ooh, don't catch that ponytail. Cut my threads. Okay guys, so that about wraps it up for this tutorial. This is our scrunchie. I will do another video on how to make the scrunchie with the elastic. I was gonna do it in this video, but I don't want to keep you all day, and this video has been long enough. Stay tuned for my H2O to go sling tutorial that I've been granted permission to do. I am ready to do it. I'm just allowing my nerves to overtake me, and I want to make sure I do a good job on it. So be thinking about me for that, and also stay tuned to find out whether or not I actually venture on to do this craft show in May. I'm nervous. I'm scared. So it's I'm nervous. I'm scared. You open yourself up to criticism, and that always makes me nervous, but it'll be alright. I'll just give it my best and hopefully have a good time and love it. But you guys, drop me some comments below if you don't mind. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. If there's any other little projects you want me to show you. But anyways, you guys, have a great day. Be inspired.